Hi, in this lesson we want to talk a little bit more about simplifying. In the previous lesson we learned one method of simplifying, which was combining like terms to find a more compact version of the algebraic equation that we're given. Now, when a question asks you to simplify an expression, it means you need to rewrite the same algebraic expression with no like terms and in a compact manner. Now, we did one example of this in the previous video rather, and in this one we're going to start by recapping what we did in the previous one with this example. Now we have 3x squared, we see x squared plus 4x. That is not a like term because they have different powers. Although they may have the same variable, which is x, they have different powers. One is to the power of 2, the other is to the power of 1. Therefore, 4x squared will be a like term of 3x squared along with x squared, whereas 1 is on its own. Therefore, by combining these like terms, we get 3x squared minus 4x gives us minus x squared or minus 1x squared, and then plus this x squared that is left. These two are going to cancel out, and we're going to have plus 4x plus 1. Therefore, our answer is just 4x plus 1. We've managed to reduce this algebraic expression to this value. So instead of working with this monstrosity, you have now reduced it to a simpler looking expression. Therefore, this is one method of combining the like terms. Now, moving on to the second example, we have this involves a different method of simplifying. Here we are multiplying out the brackets and we want to rewrite the equation or the expression rather in full. So x multiplied by x would give us x squared, which is that. Then x multiplied by 4 would give us 4x, and then we write down the minus 2x as it is. And then again we can identify like terms, 4x and 2x. Combining these we get an answer of x squared, 4x minus 2x, that will give us plus 2x, which will be our final answer, which is the simplified version of this original one in its most compact manner. Then moving on, we have this trigonometric expression that is given. We want to simplify this, and another method of simplifying is by substituting with our identities. Now, you may know from your lessons that the identity for tan x is sine x over cos x. Then we rewrite everything as it is, multiplied by cos x minus sine x. Over here, we're going to cancel the cos x with this cos x when they multiply, leaving us with just sine x minus sine x, which we can consider these to be like terms. As we can see, the arguments here are similar. X is similar to x. If, for example, this was x squared, then this would not be true. We would not be able to combine these two. Similarly, if it was sine squared x, again, we would not be able to combine these two because they need to be similar in every nature. The only thing that can be different is the coefficient. So if we have, for example, cos x minus cos squared x, we cannot simplify this. This is in its most simplified form. But if we were to have 4 cos x minus cos x, then we could combine this to become 4 cos x minus 1 cos x, giving us 3 cos x. And in this case, we actually have sine x minus sine x, which gives us 0. This is the expression in its most simplified manner. Then the last example that we have is a more common example for simplifying questions, although I've simplified it already, making it a bit easier to understand. What we want to do here is we want to cancel out the fraction. So we want to reduce this version of the algebraic expression to a much more compact and simplified manner. And in order to do that, we're going to borrow concepts we're going to discuss in the next video, but these are concepts you should already be aware of. what we're going to do is we're going to separate the 3 to the power of x plus 1 such that it looks like this: 3x multiplied by 3 plus 3x times 3 as well, because when we add or multiply these two, we add the powers and we combine those, and at the bottom we have 3 to the power of x multiplied by 3 to the power of 1. We can leave that as it is. Then on top we can factor out 3 to the power of x multiplied by 3. 3 to the power of x multiplied by 3, and here we'll be left with 1, here we'll be left with 1 as well. And we can divide by 3 to the power of x multiplied by 3 to the power of minus 1. Therefore, we can cancel out 3x with 3x, and what we're going to be left with then is 3 times 2 from this bracket would give us 6 over 3 to the minus 1. But then using the laws of exponents, we're going to have 6 multiplied by 3 and eventually get 18 as our answer. So you see, it may have seemed like a simple example, but if you don't know your basics, this may look a bit complicated, but we are going to discuss all these concepts of factorization and exponential laws and everything that we did in depth in the videos to come. Thank you for watching.